Hi, everybody. Welcome back. You just finished React classes, most of you, in last week. So hopefully you had a little bit of a breather and could do a little something for yourself this past weekend. And now we are ready to dive right into the Node 26.3 class orientation. Thank you for being on the call tonight. We are recording, so cameras on, cameras off, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I'll share the recording hopefully by lunchtime tomorrow morning at the latest. So that way, if you do need to refer back, if you get cut off or anything, then you can hop back on and see what you need to see. All right, so welcome. We're excited to have you back. Class name is Node 26.3. As you probably observed in your class last term, or if you've been in any classes since the start of 2026, we have changed our naming conventions. Your classes from here on out are going to look like the name of the course, followed by the two-digit year abbreviation, followed by the quarter number. Since your classes start July 1st, that's quarter 3. So you all are Node 26 for 2026.3. So I just wanted to highlight that and remind everybody that that's kind of what it is, especially if you were used to our old naming convention back in 2025. The classes that you take this fall from end of September to middle of December after you've graduated this node class will be the full stack JavaScript Practicum 26.4. So, because it'll be the last quarter of 2026. All right, moving right along. Our agenda tonight, you're going to meet your wonderful cohort leader, and you will also get plenty of time to meet each other in case you didn't cross paths with one another in your past class or classes. We want to be sure to give you all about 10 to 15 minutes tonight to be able to have good conversations and get to know each other. Once introductions are done, we're going to cover reminders and next steps, things to be sure to do by certain dates. And then lastly, if you watched the 5 orientation videos that you were emailed back on June 10th, we'll have a question and answer session. If you've not watched those videos, don't worry. You'll be able to leave the call and check those out. A lot of you all are seasoned Code the Dream student pros by this point, so you might not need to watch the videos, but I encourage you to skim them at least. You can watch them on like super speed or whatever. There might be some features or things that are highlighted in those how-to videos that you didn't know were available. So feel free to skim them quick if you want to, so that way you can see if there was anything that you needed clarity on, didn't realize was a feature available to you, that kind of thing. And then, of course, we'll close out with question and answers. Okay, so what's a cohort leader? You probably already know by now, but they oversee a section or a class. In your all's instance, you're a nice, cute little class. So you only have one cohort leader, and she is the most wonderful person in the world. I love her. The person to turn to if you have access or resource problems is going to be your cohort leader, who I will introduce to you in just a moment. And if you have any signs that you're struggling, if we're not seeing assignments turned in, if we're seeing drop in attendance, anything like that, she will be reaching out to help support you and bolster you up and be your cheerleader, and to make sure that you're getting resources to help you be successful in the class. So without further ado, Gina Castromonte, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm Gina Castromonte. I'll be your cohort leader for the best class yet, Node. But I'll be walking you through every single week. Any challenges, any questions, please reach out. Slack is the best way, and I will answer probably within an hour. So just let me know what your question is, what you're having issues with. If it's code, just let me know. Send me your pull request and I'll take a look with you. But yeah, reach out. I want you guys to succeed in this class. So whatever you guys need, just let me know. And I'm here for you guys.
Perfect. Thanks, Gina. As you can tell, she's bubbly, she's wonderful, she's the most kind and approachable person. So if you need anything, definitely reach out to her. Okay, and of course, she'll have office hours just like you've seen in past classes this week. So if there's things that you need help with prior to class starting the technical bit on July 1st, then feel free to take a look at her schedule and schedule a little bit of time with her so that way you can connect. Okay, what's a mentor? You also probably already know this by this point in time too. Mentors are first and foremost your teachers. They're the people that you should reach out to if you're having questions about what you're learning in class, about the curriculum content. They can either come as a group mentor variety or as a one-on-one mentor variety. Group mentors will lead group sessions, which you probably are familiar with from previous classes. Many students and 1 or 2 group mentors on that call to be able to talk about the topics of the week, answer questions, highlight things to be aware of for the concepts or for the assignment for the week, all of that good stuff. One-on-one mentors help students individually, just you and the mentor. So that way you can have it as almost like a tutor or an advisor kind of experience. So that's what's going on with mentors. Do we have any mentors on the call tonight? I think from the name list, you all are students, but if you are a mentor for this node class, do your raised hand feature for me, please, and I'll have you introduce yourself. But in general, while I'm looking to see if anything pops on that, mentors typically can be reached through the discussion channel in Slack, or you can direct message them in Slack if you have an asynchronous conversation going with somebody that you had scheduled an appointment with. Their schedules, as always, are in your class info tab on your class announcements channel. So you can either schedule your one-on-one or see when your group sessions will be to be able to get all of that information organized to know when to meet with these individuals. All right. I did not see any raised hands go up, so I think it's just us cohort leaders, myself, and students on the call. So we'll keep moving right along. Your mentor sessions, just as in previous classes, will begin on your first technical week, July 1st. So don't expect any mentor sessions, group or otherwise, until July 1st when our technical work begins. Mentors are volunteers, just as a reminder. They are sharing their free time with us. So for that reason, we want it to be a valuable volunteer experience, and we want them to continue to volunteer with us in the future and help other students. So please be engaged, be patient, be considerate. So being engaged means cameras on when possible. If you can't have your camera on, be active in either audio or chat to show that you are engaged, you are listening, you're acknowledging the wisdom they're imparting, all of that good stuff. For one-on-ones, it means be prepared for your one-on-one session. Don't just schedule a session and then get there and be like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. At least have something about, this is what I looked at, this is what I tried, this is where I'm getting stuck, some kind of direction to help the conversation flow. So that's what engagement looks like. Patience is always a good virtue to have. Some mentors, since they are volunteers, might have a last minute change in their schedule if something in their work or personal life comes up and impacts their volunteer availability. They have been and will be instructed to let you know as soon as they can if they have to delay or cancel any group or one-on-one sessions. Be patient if you're communicating with them asynchronously. They might not be online when you message or post a question. So give a day or so to hear back, but also don't just, put your question out into the ether and be okay with not getting an answer. If you put a question out, you don't hear from somebody, either try a different mentor, reach out to Gina, reach out to myself. So that way, if you've reached out to the person you needed to and it's been a day or two and you haven't heard from them, you still need an answer to your question. So ask either Gina or myself. If you are on a group session or a one-on-one session and the mentor is not on the call, please feel free to post either a direct message to them if it's a one-on-one or in your announcements or discussion channel with an @ and their name, just to confirm if anything's changed or if the session is still happening. The helpful bit of that is it gives them a nice gentle reminder. And since we're all about to start a new routine, new weekly mentor session schedule from your React class potentially, or just summertime and things are changing in people's lives, it's always good to have a gentle reminder. So please feel free to do that if your mentors aren't showing up when you would expect them to. If you still don't hear from them, like if they don't attend the call or if they don't show up on your one-on-one, let Gina or I know so we can follow up and make sure everything's okay, that they have access to their tools, that if they have had a change and they won't be able to volunteer anymore, we can pull them off of the schedule so people won't keep scheduling appointments and then not having them show up. So yeah. If you need to cancel or change a one-on-one session, please communicate that to your mentor before your meeting if possible. If you can't let them know before the meeting, please let them know as soon as possible after. So that way they at least know, hey, I didn't mean to not show up on you. Something came up. Here's what happened. Can we reschedule? So things to just be cognizant of, be engaged, be patient, be considerate. All right. Now it's time to meet each other. Yay! Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go ahead and get you all organized into breakout rooms. I think you all are probably already pretty familiar with what breakout rooms are like. A pop-up will show up saying host is inviting you to join a breakout room. Click the blue join button. There'll be about 3 or 4 of you to a room. And the items that I want you to cover, I am going to put in the chat really quick here. So that way you are aware of sorry, I'm like clicking all over the place. I'm getting in the wrong spot. What you should share with each other when you're introducing yourselves and getting to know each other. So let me get to the chat and drop it in here. So you'll want to share your name and your preferred pronouns. Uh, there we go. Name and preferred pronouns, location if you want to, your favorite anything. So it can be favorite book, favorite TV show, favorite food, favorite stuffed animal you had as a kid, whatever you want. What you're most excited or nervous for about the Node class. Something that you either remember from your React class, something that you're curious about. If you watch the orientation videos, something new that you discovered in those, or something that was interesting or memorable. So just have a nice little dialogue about the class that's upcoming and any of your hopes, dreams, thoughts, fears about it. All right, let me pause my recording. I'm recording. All right, great. So now you are back from meeting each other. Hopefully you had some good conversations, good introductions, made a new friend, something like that. You all will be seeing a lot of each other in group sessions. You'll really be seeing a lot of each other next term when you're in practicum together. So I'm glad that you got to network a little bit. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention that came up in our other advanced class orientations. Feel free to share your LinkedIn profile so you all can start connecting with each other in the discussion channel for your class and or in the chat here while we're having our orientation. You can do either or. The chat goes away when the call ends. So if you share it here and you want people to have it after, be sure to share it in discussion channel. But it's never too early to network. All right. So we've covered meet your leader. We love our leader. We couldn't meet our mentors, none were on the call, but you will see them in the first week of class. You met each other in case you didn't already know each other. So on to reminders. Okay, if you watched the orientation video playlist that was sent to you on June 10th, then I'm just going to do kind of a quick overview of these items. If you have not watched those, like I said, there might be some helpful little nuggets of information, so feel free to skim them or take a look at them at your leisure this week if you'd like to. But you also are seasoned pros at this point within classes too, so if you feel solid and comfortable on where to find things and what to do, then that's all right as well. Okay, LearnZap, accessing your lessons. You should be able to log in. You should be able to see your node. Yeah, you should be able to see your node class now. I had a brain fart for a minute wondering if I got you all access to your node class. Classes.codethedream.org, just drop that in the chat. So if you want to or need to, you can go ahead and click it, log in, make sure you see the node class. If you have any access issues this first week to get into Slack channels, to get into LearnZap, anything like that, please go ahead and let us know. Slack, of course, is for communicating with each other. Check it frequently. Most all of the important announcements, like registering for practicum, like attending any next steps meetings that will give you more information about the practicum and the apprenticeship, anything like that, will be announced in Slack. So check it often, check it regularly, put it on your mobile device, put it on your tablet, put it on your computer, whatever, and be sure that you're checking it often. And Gina just does the best weekly announcements, so you're going to want to see those. Don't miss them every Wednesday. They're gold, man. They're gold. Okay, that covers LearnZap and Slack. AirHub, we also have a video in the orientation video playlist that covers specifically that AI review tool, AirHub. It's for checking your work after you've done your coding assignment, run your code and debugged it first, do your work yourself first. That's how you get it all in your brain. And then you can have AI check to see if everything that you spewed from your brain onto your code was accurate and effective or not. Use the playground to check your work, and then the AI review tool will check your submission. So when you submit your homework, it's going to take a look at your code at that point and let you know yay or nay. New this term is AI is really your primary review tool as opposed to having a backup human reviewer like we did last term. So if you submit and AI says assignment successful and you agree with that and all of the feedback that it shares when it tells you you're successful, then great, and you can keep on keeping on. If it tells you needs revisions, read the feedback, find out what you need to revise and work on getting those and then resubmit after you get your revisions done. If it tells you something that you're like, that's not right. So even if it says successful and you're like, I know it's not successful, this is giving me wrong information. Or if it says needs revisions and you're like, I know it doesn't need revisions, everything's accurate. Then either connect with a one-on-one mentor, connect with group mentors and sessions and bring it up there to ask about it. But have dialogue and conversation. If you submit your assignment, AI gives you a result and you disagree with that result. One-on-one mentors will be available throughout the class, particularly will be helpful to help with that. Um, and then, of course, weekly quizzes are available too. Use them as like quick digital flashcardy type of comprehension checks for yourself. I don't think we have more than like 5 or 6 questions to a quiz any given week. Is that right, Gina? Yeah. So they should be
Yeah.
pretty quick. Yeah, they should be pretty quick and easy for the most part. Let us know if anything isn't working how you'd expect it to in that regard. But go ahead and take your quizzes every week. They'll be very helpful with building your confidence that you understood everything from the week well. All right, mentor sessions, you all are probably already familiar with this, but I do have some new data for you. So we've taken a look at group session attendance in relation to success in class data metrics over the past year, year and a half, and 90% of students who attend a group session weekly succeed in the class. So it's a really low investment, good return on investment. Attend a 1 hour group session a week, you're 90% likely to pass this class. So definitely make use of those group sessions. They are very valuable. One-on-one sessions are great for individualized help. So if you can't make it to a group session on a particular week and or you're just working ahead, want more details on a specific topic that we've big pictured for you that you want to get more granular on, need help with your code, want a sanity check from somebody that what you're looking at makes sense, if you've run into problems, if you want job advice, whatever, one-on-one mentors are there. They are really helpful for deepening your understanding regardless of topic. All the schedules, as you've seen in past classes, are available in Slack, class announcements, class info tab. It's going to look a little bare and empty cupboards in there right now, and that's okay. We're finalizing those mentor schedules this week. We're doing mentor orientation on Friday. So you will see things start to bubble and update in the class info tab in regards to when group sessions are going to be held and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, thank you, Gina. You also do have the recording repository you can refer to. So that's helpful as well too, in case you want to get some group exposure or things of that variety. Oh, actually, no. Gina was mentioning that you have video submissions. Yeah, that was something I was going to cover in just a little bit as far as other tools. But yes, so in the Node class, one thing that's most different from Intro and React is every week you'll do a short little sound bite, 2-3 minutes long of this is what I did this week, this is how I did it. Why are we asking you to do this? It's not to increase your blood pressure. It's not to raise your heart rate. We are asking you to do this because it helps get you more comfortable talking about the tech that you're doing. So that way, when you're in a job interview and they say, tell me about something you've built, you're already going to be comfortable doing that because you've done it every week of this class. A lot of the students that did this as a beta test 2 terms ago hated it at first and then really, really loved it because even after just a couple weeks, they were like, I sound more confident. I know what I'm talking about. This feels great. So enjoy that for yourselves as well. Might be a little nerve-wracking at first. It's okay. We don't expect you to be perfect. This is not something that the world is going to see. Mentors might see it. Gina might see it. That's as far as it goes. So don't freak out and feel like it has to be perfect. That's going to be hard for you perfectionists out there. I understand. I can relate. Okay, other tools that you're going to be using, you'll still be using GitHub, you'll still be using Visual Studio Code or whatever your favorite IDE is to be able to get your work done, so nothing new there. I don't know that we have anything else. I mean, obviously, like the technology is going to be new, using Node, using Postgres, things like that will be new for you, but I don't think there's like tools that'll be new, right, Gina? Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
Perfect. So if you do wind up having any trouble, if you still feel rusty on like GitHub workflows and the whole push, pull, merge, whatever nonsense there, get with mentors early on to be able to get yourself comfortable with any and all of your tools. That's what they're there for. And it's completely understandable and reasonable to be like, hold on, I need to get my bearings on what I'm doing, what I'm using to do what I'm doing. It's completely understandable. So reach out to mentors if you need any help there. Reminders of rules of engagement. Y'all are actually really good with these, but I'm going to hit the highlights again anyway. Respect each other, respect volunteers, respect staff. We all bring unique gifts and talents, get to know each other, learn from each other, be supportive, be inclusive, be welcoming, all of the things. Second one is communicate. If you don't tell us there's a problem, we're not going to know that you were having a problem. So you need to talk to us if you're falling behind, if you need some additional support. If there's questions that you have about, do I even have access to XYZ that might help me in my learning process? So if you have questions, if you need things, reach out because we are not mind readers, even though, gosh, it would really be nice if we were. Academic integrity or academic honesty, do your own work. The journey is where all of your learning happens. If you aren't doing your own work and you're just copying and pasting it from places or using AI to write it, then you're not going to know what you need to know. And that's going to come out in the wash when you are in a job interview, or if you make it actually into the job, eventually the colors will show. Lastly, or second to last, be an active learner, be proactive in what you're doing. It takes, nobody just wakes up knowing something. It takes effort and energy to be able to absorb and take in knowledge and learn knowledge. So ask questions, be curious, get excited about every time you fail because you just crossed something off your list that's like, okay, that doesn't work. That means these other things might work. And then you get to explore those and, cut across the field and find great shortcuts and find new ways of doing things. It's excellent. Active learning. Lastly is AI policy. You're probably already familiar with that. For advanced classes, you can use AI to write or refactor small little bits of your code to save yourself a little bit of time or energy, but we will tell if there's large masses of AI being used in your code, and you will get flagged for that. If you violate AI policy, you can get ejected from the program. Don't cheat yourself of learning. As we have said in many classes, you want to be the person that people come to when AI breaks or when AI has broken something. You don't want to be the person that used AI to break something expensive. So be sure that you are being aware and cognizant of the AI policy, using it with discrimination. That's not the right word. Using it intentionally and being aware of how you're using it, if it's the right use for it, questioning it, all of those good things. Okay. Moving right along. Reminders are done. Okay. Next steps. Now through June 30th, office hours with Gina if you feel like you need them. Complete week 0 lesson materials, which will probably look familiar to you. I think a lot of, actually, we might have updated it to cover career development things. Regardless, week 0 lesson materials will either help you with online remote learning stuff, growth mindset, remind you about time management skills and tools, or it might have some new career dev things in there. So I'll let it be a surprise for you. The week 0 assignment is a non-technical assignment. It's the same sort of treasure hunt fun thing that you did at the start of your React class. Turn that in by June 30th. So that way we know you know where to find your mentor session schedule and you know that Gina is Gina and all of those good things. And then on July 1st through the 7th, read your lesson 1 materials, do your lesson 1 assignment by running your code, checking your outputs, debugging, all that good stuff. Use AirHub to check your work if you need or want to. Submit your assignment on or before July 7th. We know things come up, especially when you're starting something new. Hiccups happen, you get delayed access to something, that's totally fine. So if we don't have week 1 by July 14th, you'll be dropped from the class. So shoot for the 7th. If you can't get it in the 7th, but you get it in by the 14th, it's okay, don't panic. We will still accept it up to the 14th. So that's info about that. This was the playlist we sent to you all on June 10th. I'm going to drop the link to it in the chat so that way if you need or want access to it, then that link will get you to it. Feel free to utilize that if you ever need or want to review Slack, LearnZap, AirHub, mentor sessions, any of that content. I am going to point out some helpful YouTube video playlist features in the next slide or two. So that way, if you are using YouTube for this or for anything in class, then you know some helpful little shortcuts that could be beneficial. So I'll cover those really quick. First one being, waiting for it to load. Closed captioning. If you like to have captions on or need them on, then feel free to. You have an ambient mode option with YouTube usually to be able to make it easier on your eyes. Subtitles, you can select English, which is the default auto-generated, or you can also do auto-translate and have those closed captions show up in a native language that's other than English. So that can be a helpful tool, helps kind of cut down on the mentally having to translate as you're learning, which is always frustrating for all parties involved. For speed playback, you can adjust that. So when I'm talking too fast, you can slow it down. And when you're short on time, you can speed it up. So those are all good features to access on YouTube if you need to. Some videos have chapters, so you can click on the timestamp link on the side to jump to a specific concept, so you don't have to watch the whole 15-minute, hour-long, whatever video. You can jump to the section you need to. Chapters are also available on the right there. And you can also take a look at a transcript if you prefer reading through the content rather than watching and listening to the content. So those are all helpful YouTube shortcuts whenever you're using YouTube videos for anything, really. And just wanted to point those out. Okay, if there's anybody on the call that doesn't have questions and answers that they want addressed, and you do want to take a look at those orientation videos, feel free to use the link in the chat. Hop off now, check those out. I'm going to continue recording the question and answer section. I'm going to use the timestamps so that way you can jump directly to the question and answer section later if you need or want to. And yeah, so if you have all of your questions, you feel good to go and you want to hop off now, either to watch the videos or just to have a little bit of your life back, that is totally fine. And you can hop off now. If you do have questions you want to address, stick around and we'll cover those next. Thanks,
I
everybody.
just want to say
Yeah,
one
Gina.
quick thing. Sorry. I just wanted to say a couple things regarding the class. Make sure that you guys save plenty of time for yourselves week by week. Although I love the Node class, it is still a challenging class. And you do have to submit that video assignment each week. So don't save it all for Tuesday night when you've been working all day and it will not get done. And I want you guys to succeed. So please save yourselves plenty of time. These are long lessons, long assignments, but they are great things for you guys to learn and you will use it in your career. Always reach out, lean on each other. That discussion channel, use it. If somebody found a bug or somebody found a package that no longer works, that is the best place that you guys can communicate with each other. Because if you found a bug, I'm pretty sure somebody else spent 3 hours trying to solve that same bug. So communicate with each other, rely on each other, because you guys are going to be in this for the next 11 weeks.
Awesome. Thanks, Gina. Yeah, and that's the other important reason to check Slack often is there might be some helpful little nuggets that people share in discussion that can help you save time when you're getting to the point where you're ready to attack the assignment or whatever for the week. All right. I'll give a minute for anybody that's going to hop off, then we'll go ahead and let you have some time and space to exit. Thank you for joining tonight. And then we'll dive into any questions and answers here in just another minute. Thanks, everyone. All right. If you're still here, you might have a question or you just want to see if other people have questions too. So now's the time. Use the chat. You can unmute and ask whatever you need. Hit those questions at us.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many more courses we have to finish before we can apply for a position?
Yeah, so it's the Node class. After the Node class, you'll do the practicum. The practicum is a different kind of class. So it's you all working in small groups together to build a product. At the end of practicum, you apply for the apprenticeship. So just this one and one more. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other questions? I'll put on some calming music in the background a little bit.
And it's going to be video submission or just audio submission?
Oh, that's a good question.
Video.
Oh, because they need to be able
Video,
to share
just
screen. Okay.
yeah, you be sharing your screen. You don't have to show your face, but you do have to share your screen.
Okay.
And I think we have information in there about tools you can use. Loom is definitely a quick, easy one. A lot of machines have built-in screen recorders that you can do. If you have a Zoom account, you can hop on like a free Zoom account and just like record yourself in a meeting by yourself. Sharing screen is a way to be able to do it too. So there's a couple of ways you can go about it. If you have Zoom, of course you have Zoom. how else are you here? Any other questions?
Can we start with that week 0 assignment?
Yes, yeah, you'll start with week 0. You can start that as soon as you want. It should be available to you to be able to access. If the content on week 0 lesson is familiar, if you're getting a little deja vu looking over it from the React class, then that's fine. You can just kind of skim it, hit the highlights, and then do the week 0 assignment, which is sort of that treasure hunt of where to find link to your mentor session gallery and link to, this, that, or the other.
And I think week 0, it's all installation as well. So you want to make sure you install Postgres, and it'll walk you through whether you have a Mac or Linux or Windows. If you have any questions or issues, please let us know. We want to make sure week 1, you guys are all set and ready to go.
Perfect.
All right, thank you. Have a good evening.
Great. Thanks, Andre. You too.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah. Any other questions, or are we good to hop off? You can do like a thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up if you're good for us to end the call. Thumbs down if there is something you needed to chat about. Okay, 3 thumbs up. All right, thank you all. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Y'all too.
Wait, Mary Alice, I have one
Yeah.
question.
Okay, hang on one
Afterwards,
second.
yeah.
Let me stop recording quick. Let's see here.